Hello and welcome to Learning Economics. Let's continue our journey of data analysis using R and let's discuss the deployer package further. Dear viewers, the deployer gets even more powerful when we add in the ability to work with groups. In this section, we will focus on most important functions that are group by, summarize, and slice family functions. First of all, group by. We use group by to divide the dataset into the groups for meaningful analysis. For example, if you are working with a large firm dataset, you have employers record, their performance record. These employers work in the different departments of the firm. You can group this dataset as per department and then carry on your analysis. So your results will give you outcome based on departments. So how to do that? Let's learn it on the screen of RStudio. So welcome to the RStudio screen. Let's load tidyverse to the library first. Then we will of course load our data set libray. The data set is again the New York City flights. Let's wait until it is loaded. Yes, let's view this data, view flights. Let's wait now. So here is the data. Now let's see if what happens if we group this data by month. So I will write flights and then the py function and group by month. Now you can see there is no difference in these two data. For example, you can make this depart delay 517, 533, 542, 544. However, if you notice, there is one thing, that is now it is saying that the data has been grouped as per months and there are total 12 groups in this data set. And this allows us to work to perform various analysis as per groups and it will give us the result as per groups. For example, if I want to calculate the average departure delay by months, I can now do it easily. So I will write flights, use the py function. Now, just going on the other line. So I will say group underscore by month and I will say it to pass this information after applying this to my next. You know the average is a part of summary statistics, so I'm saying it to summarize and then I am giving it a name that is average underscore delay and I am saying it to calculate the mean of depart underscore delay. Okay, so now it has given us all results as per months 1, 2, 3, but all these average values are NA. What is NA, by the way? NA is actually R's code for the missing value that is not available. Let's have a look in this variable first, then I tell you this is the depart delay, the depart delay variable. There are values, there are values, there are values, but as I go to the bottom, there are missing values. And if you calculate any summary statistic like mean or median or anything else on the data which has, on the variable which has missing values, R will give the result as missing values not applicable. What you need to do in this case, you need to tell R to ignore or to remove these missing values. How can we tell the R to remove these missing values or to ignore these missing values? We just need to add an argument na.rm. Na is for not applicable or missing values. Rm, you can remember it for remove. So na dot rm, and then we will specify it equal to true. That is, we are now telling it to remove the na and then process this information. How? Let's do it. So going in my previous code here, I am just adding na.rm equal to true. Now you can see those summary statistics. Let me remove this here so that you can easily see. So it is now month, and every delay in the first month, every delay in the second month, every delay in the third month, and so on. This has become possible because of the use of this group by function. There is, however, another way to group this information, and that is to use argument dot by. How? We just apply it, but before applying this, let's see how to ungroup a data. So again, we will go into the data set, apply this pipe function, and say simply ungroup. It will ungroup this data. How we know it? The group announcement or information is no more. Now, if I need to do the previous, how I can do this? I can just write it here instead of group by, we can write dot by, but we will add this dot by. We just remove it, and after this we add dot by equal to month. Yes. Now exactly the same information arranged by months: 1, 10, 11, 12, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just the arrangement has been different, but the results are exactly the same. Similarly, let's do one more thing. We can add more than one statistic over here. For example, if I also need to know the number of rows in each, I will just add the name num number of rows or num underscore rows. This is just as per my ease. I will just add n. Now just okay, and this is fine. So now it is telling me that in the first month the average delay is 10 and there are total 27,004 rows. In the fifth month, for example, the average delay is by 13 minutes and there are 28,796 rows in month 5. So this is how we can get the information on the number of rows or number of observations as well. Just give a name, any name, and then write n and brackets. This is what we call. Now we can also group as per more than one variable. For that, what we need to do is just to add C, which is to create the vector month, and let's say I add destination. Now, first month, this destination, this is the average time, and these are the number of rows. Again, the month is first, this is the destination, this is the average delay, and these are the number of rows. Now it will complete the first month for each destination, then second month for each destination, third month for each destination, and so on and so on. Now let's move to the other very important, very useful, and very handy function, which is slice function. Dear viewers, there are actually 5 very handy functions that allows us to extract specific rows within each group or within the total data frame. These are slice head. This will give us the top rows, but we will need to specify how many rows. For example, top 1 row or top 2 row or top 3 row. We specify it giving number n equal to some number. Similarly, we can slice the tail, that are the bottom rows. Similarly, we can slice with respect to maximum value of a variable, maximum one value, that is the highest value, or maximum two values, that is the highest followed by the second highest value, maximum three values, maximum five values, etc. We can do the same for minimum using slice underscore minimum function. We will specify the variable and then tell it how many minimum values we want. Similarly, we can slice a random sample based on number of observations or the proportion of the data. How? Let's again go back to the screen of RStudio and do that there. Okay, so let's do, for example, slides, and we are using this slide function, and we say slice underscore head n is equal to 3. So it will slice top 3 rows of this whole data frame flight. So row number 1, row number 2, and row number 3 only. But now if I want to slice top, let's say 2 rows as per day, so I need to group it by day and then slice those. How I can do that? Let's do it. Slides, and let's group by a day and then pass this information to slice underscore head, and then say n is equal to 2. Okay, so all brackets I guess are closed. Now day, first day, top 2 rows, second day, top 2 rows, third day, top 2 rows, fourth day, top 2 rows, and so on. Similarly, we can use slice underscore tail for this function. Now I am using another thing, that is the minimum value. Let's say we want to slice it by minimum values. How can we do that? Slides, and then group underscore by, let me group it by months this time, and then I slice by the minimum value. I need to specify the variable, for example, the depart delay, And then I need to specify how many minimum values I want. If I want, let's say, two minimum values. Oops, right. So it is grouped by the month, and these are the two minimum values as per depart delay. Then second month, the two minimum values, the third month, the two minimum values, and so on. Similarly, you can do for the maximum value as well. And if we want to select a sample from the data or from the group or as per the groups, we can do that as well. So for example, if I want to slice the sample group by the month, I can write slice underscore sample, and I need to specify how many observations I want or how many rows. In other words, I want, for example, I want 6 rows. It will randomly select 6 rows in each month and get. So month one, 6 rows, month two, 6 rows. There are 12 months, so 12 into 6, 72. These are 10 and 62 more, totally 72 rows. Another way is to slice this data by the proportion. So how to do that? Uh, Instead of specifying this n, I will specify the proportion PROP and then give it in percentage terms. For example, if I want, let's say 5% of the values of each month, I will not write 5, I will write 0.05. But as I know that there are a huge number of rows in each one, so I am just writing a very, very small number just to show you. Let's say if we want this proportion as per each month. So first month 2, second month 2, third month it has more number of rows. So 3, it has selected the 3 as per this proportion, fourth, and it is saying the total 23 plus 10, 33 such values that make this proportion of the data grouped by the months. That's all for this lecture today. I hope you had enjoyed it. Do a good practice. Give a thumbs up to our video and share your feedback in the comments. Do share it with your friends, fellows, and others so that others can also onboard with you on this learning journey. See you in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself and bye bye.